Screening Tenants 101 for rental property investors. A lot of people are hesitant to invest in real estate because they think in their mind they've heard horror stories from landlords who don't manage their properties very well. You're going to wind up plunging toilets at midnight. You're going to wind up getting a call at 3 a.m. because the air conditioner doesn't work. There's a great book called Landlording on Autopilot by Mike Butler, and it's got 100 different ideas and great suggestions for how to put your business on autopilot as a rental investor. So the first thing he says in the book is, if you're having a problem with a tenant, the number one question to ask is, who gave them the keys in the first place? 900 times out of 1,000, that's going to be you or the person you have managing the property, right? Here's what you need to do when you get ready to screen those tenants. Number one, always look for employment verification. They're going to tell you they work somewhere. Make them give you a signed off release so you can call their boss and say, hey, does this person work there? Are they going to continue to work there for the foreseeable future? And do they make what they say that they make? And as long as you have that application process signed off on, you should be able to get that no problem. Number two, always do a background check for criminal background. I always make sure to ask that on my application, but then at the same time, we follow up on that with a program that we use online called Smart Union Smart Move. It's a website that you plug in their information and it gives you basically an okay to rent to that person. And that's what the application fee goes towards. The next thing you want to look at is the landlord references. You want to call their landlord and say, hey, does this person pay their rent on time? Do they keep the house clean? Do they take care of the things that need to be taken care of? But be careful, because sometimes landlords want to get rid of those problem tenants. They'll lie to you. They'll just tell you, yes, they're great because they want them gone. So always follow up. Don't be afraid to drive by their house. You don't want to stop and knock on the door, obviously, but it's okay to drive by. They give you their address on the application. Drive by there and check it out and see what you think of the property. Finally, you're going to want to also make sure that you check their credit references, right? They'll give you permission on the application to call and check their credit references. They need to have some amount of credit history to be able to qualify for a property. Do they pay their bills on time? You're going to want to find those things out before you hand those keys over, because it ultimately is your responsibility to make sure that they're taking care of the place. And if you're the one that give them the keys, then you're the one that's got to take the blame. Now, of course, you could put it all on property management if you want to, but they're going to take probably 10% of your gross monthly rents every month. And to be honest with you, for no more than I have to deal with when I go through these proper screening processes, the management really isn't worth the money that it would cost me. You can manage those properties yourself and reap all of the benefits of being a rental property investor.